I've got 5 tips for you of what not to do when someone is having a seizure. Welcome back, my vanilla bean. Just a quick note, I did have a focal seizure last night, so my speech might seem a little off and stalled because I process slower. And also, I am not a professional or licensed person in anything. This is just all from personal experience. That said, let's get into those 5 tips, okay? All right, number 1, please don't freak out. I know this is going to be so hard to do, but I really need you to remain calm when you see someone having a seizure. So how might you do that? A tip for you: take a breath and go into action. You want to make sure you stabilize their head. Don't restrain any movements. If they are responsive and able to talk, keep the questions light, and even if they can't talk, gently let them know you're safe, I'm here, things like that. But your number 1 tip of what not to do: don't freak out. Number 2, don't be passive. Meaning, it's not time to check your phone and scroll through Instagram or get back to a text message. It's not you having to go take a bathroom break or have a unnecessary conversation with somebody else around you. What I need you to do is focus on the situation at hand, which is protecting the person in the seizure. There is a difference between functional neurological disorder and epilepsy. However, the seizure events can look similar. However, that's a time for another talk someday. All right, number 3, for your tip of what not to do, we are not going to escalate the stress. We are going to de-escalate the stress and commotion surrounding the person with the seizure. We're going to try and dim lights. We're going to try and find ways to lower sounds. We're going to try and make sure, once again, that the conversation stays contained and you are a serene presence for that person in the seizure. If they are responsive, you're going to try to maybe ask yes or no questions of like what they might be needing, or if something is okay. But really it's just a time to monitor what's going on. And then number 4, let's try to avoid no tapping the face, no slapping their cheeks, or shaking them out of it. All right, it's not productive or helpful at all. Actually, for someone like me who has functional neurological disorder, it can spike my flight-fight system and it can throw me deeper into the seizure. So it's just best to have gentle contact with the person. If they are having flailing movements and stuff, you don't want to restrain them. You want to just contain the movements gently too. I know I'm adding a few extra tips in here, but we are solely focusing on what not to do. So the 5th and final one I would recommend is no stressful conversations with the person having the seizure, because sometimes during my seizures I get really chatty and I will start expressing things that are emotionally heavy, things I've been grieving, or things my body's trying to process, or like my subconscious is. And something my mom does really well is at times she won't have a stressful conversation with me. There's been times too when my brother, he'll kill the conversation, or he will be gentle and say, oh yeah, I get that, yeah, or like you just want to really try to comfort the person So even if they're bringing up a stressful topic, the way you engage with them keeps the stress mellow and like relaxed. You kind of almost want to handle it almost like a child who is scared in a way. Like, you know, you're going to comfort them and you're going to be gentle and you're going to talk really sweet and you're going to create a presence for them that draws them out. So those are my 5 tips. If you have any comments or questions, please feel free to reach out. Or I would love to hear if you have experienced something similar and feel lonely. You can either leave me a comment or DM me and follow along for more.